Ciao wine lovers, here I am in Temecula. I've been invited from Cougar Winery to a special wine competition which is called Italy Meets Temecula. So we're gonna taste wines crafted in Temecula from Italian indigenous varieties, and then wines crafted in Italy from the same varieties, and we're gonna compare them in a blind tasting. But yeah, I'm on the way now with my car, and here behind me there is an old vineyards from Fazeli's cellar. And yeah, so come with me in this adventure, in this fun wine competition, and look around how cute Temecula wine county is. It's January, so the vineyards are not so charming, but look, these old vines, how nice they are. Here we are at Cougar Winery, and this is the sign of the event of tonight. It's called Bottle Shock Cougar Meets Italy. So the Italian wine girl is called to judge the Italian varieties grown in Temecula. Here are the vineyards of Cougar Winery, which is that estate there. I'm heading there now, but I wanted to film some footage of the vineyard before it comes dark and the storm come in. Look at that storm that is coming in Temecula now, and it's kind of freezing, guys. But anyway, look at this beauty again. I think the vines in winter are fascinating. I mean, they look like sculptures, right? They are beautiful. And that's my little car. Let's go. Home of the Italian varieties. Let's see. This is the tasting room. The winery is open to the public till 6 p.m. and then we're gonna start the competition and the blind tasting and the comparison. And in the meantime I will wander around and learn more about the winery. So they produce Vermentino, Falanghina, Coda di Volpe, Nebbiolo, Sangiovese, Barbera, and some other Italian varieties. So the main question would be, why did you decide to focus on Italian varieties, and why do you think they can thrive here in this particular terroir in Temecula?
Well, we had a vineyard in Fallbrook area, San Diego, and we decided to open up a tasting room. I'm going to abbreviate this whole thing very quickly, in Temecula. And we wanted to do something different. At the time they were doing Chardonnays and
yes,
Cab,
international
Merlot.
Varieties.
So my wife Jennifer and I decided that if we open a tasting room, let's plant all Italian varietals. We did in Fallbrook we had Montefalco, Sangiovese. So that's what we did. We come up here and we specialize in Italian varietals. I think they do really well here in this heat. The Montefalco loves the heat. Montefalco Bianco really likes the heat. We're finding out they grow.
Yeah,
really
you chose variety that can stand the heat of the area, right? Like Falanghina, which is a southern Italian white variety.
Falanghina loves the heat. The Vermentino.
The Vermentino, right?
Montefalco Bianco, especially, like I said.
So most of them are grown in the south part of Italy, which has a similar climate to the Temecula area.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm very curious to try them, and tonight we're gonna compare them with the Italian correspective wine, right?
Yes, the closest thing we could get to what we have.
Okay.
The same varietal, same year.
Yes.
It's difficult to get a lot of the, like the 2018 Falanghina Vermentino, they're difficult to come across.
Okay, and you chose the area in Italy that can stand the comparison, right? Because there are many examples in Italy of Vermentino or Falanghina, but how did you pick the wine to compare tonight?
Not this year. I'll just go for example. The Falanghina, our cuttings came from Master Bernardino winery in Italy.
One of the best.
We actually 2 years ago paired the Master Bernardino Falanghina against ours in the same competition.
Okay, great. So
we did win.
I'm excited. So now we're gonna taste something I'm not gonna taste during the competition, right? Yeah. So.
Okay. So what would you like? White?
Yeah, we can start with a white. What do you suggest?
How about a Coda Volpe?
Yes, Coda di Volpe. Great. Let's do that. Tasting a Coda di Volpe, which is a typical Campania variety from the area close to Naples, usually, and this is sourced in the central part of California, so central coast, and it's a nice zesty wine. It's interesting. I mean, it's much less acidic than the Italian version, but it's interesting.
Making it?
So the Lambrusca of Alessandria you are growing, it's a very rare and unique variety. I never had it even in Italy. So why did you end up growing Lambrusca di Alessandria? What pushed you to choose that variety?
I had a friend that just had Lambrusca di Alessandria cuttings, and he said it does really well in this region. So I didn't know what that was either, and so we planted it and made a nice wine out of it. So we petitioned the TTB to get it recognized as a varietal in the United States.
Okay.
So now it is a varietal in the United States. Funny story, we were in Italy, in the Alexandria region. We were in a winery, and I said, where can we go to get a Lambrusca di Alessandria?
Yes.
And the person behind the bar told us that you mean Lambrusco. I said, no, Lambrusca di Alessandria. So we spelled it out, he Googled it and found out, well, it's not a varietal, 100% varietal in Italy.
Yes.
But here's a couple different wineries that may produce it, but it'll be blended with something else.
Yes, because it's not even in the National Registry of the Italian varieties in Italy, because it's very rare. Nobody's producing a monovarietal wine from that variety, and it is used to call Porcina, if I don't. Porcina or Porcino is the second name of this variety. Yeah, so but it's nothing to do with Lambrusco. It's a totally different variety, right?
Yeah, so I think we're the only producer in the world.
Yeah, so I'm very excited to taste it. Let's
you get a bottle to take home.
Okay, thank you so much. Alessandria and the Cougar Winery is the only winery in the US producing this wine, but also the only winery in the world, because nobody's producing a monovarietal wine from Lambrusca di Alessandria, which is very rare also in Italy. Alessandria is the name of the town in Piedmont where it comes from. And here is the program of tonight. The people who are judging the wines with me: Pete Anderson, winemaker and Italian wine and grape expert; Rick Cook, wine blogger, wine judge, that's me, the Italian wine girl. Then we have Stefano Butto, Italian wine educator and sommelier, and so on. And here there are the information about the Italian varieties we're gonna taste. So Falanghina wine, we're gonna have a Sagrantino wine, Barbera, and Vermentino, and we're gonna follow the scoring system of UC Davis to be, uniform in the judgment. Here it is. So here we are. We're gonna have the tasting and the event in the barrique room, in the barrel room. They have set up all these tables for the judges, and then we're gonna have dinner. And here is the chart with the scores. So they're gonna reveal which wine was which after the tasting, of course, which is blind. Look how beautiful it is, huh? We're almost ready to start. They also put this nice map of Italy with the main attraction like Venezia, Città del Vaticano. Very nice, il Colosseo, Fontana di Trevi, and I'm on the panel with the other judges here, and like the public is the wine club of the winery who is tasting with us tonight. So we're ready to start.
The microclimate and the soil, the wind, the things surrounding the growth of the grapes. And it was because they didn't understand that. The concept was because California had this wonderful climate and you could plant any grape variety anywhere. As a result, the early wines in California, especially the varietal wines, weren't very good in general because they were planted in the wrong area.
So we're tasting side by side the varieties, Vermentino, the first two glasses here, then we have Falanghina, these two glasses, then we have Sagrantino, but I'm gonna taste it as last because it's so tannic, and then Barbera, and we're gonna score like the wines, and I got one of my favorite, which is the second Falanghina, this one, that I scored 20 points, which is the maximum. And I already tasted the Barbera as well, and I liked the second one, which I scored 19, and now I'm gonna get into the Sagrantino. The first one was Vermentino. The first two wines were Vermentino, D and M. Let's see. So I have my score sheet here, and So the first one was the Cougar wine, okay, and the second one is the Italian one. Can we see which one? Which wine was that? So Argiolas Vermentino di Sardegna 2008. Okay, let me just take a picture of it.
Okay.
Oh God. Can do two things. Okay. Then we have
Falanghina. Heavily art.
Falanghina. Okay.
And
so this was the first one.
This was the one.
The two, which
That's
is
ours.
Cougar.
2018.
Okay. And the Falanghina from Italy, which
Someone
was
must
one
like
of
Italian wines.
was one of my favorite of the panel. Oh, I know them.
Yeah, I've had this one too.
I know them, and I've been there to the winery last year. I know them. Oh God, let me. So this is the first Sagrantino.
Another Cougar.
Cougar, okay, and the second Sagrantino is from Italy, I guess. There's no doubt. It was the 2014, right? Okay.
I'm familiar with them.
2014
Yep.
Fattoria di Milzia de Antano. I never had this.
Oh,
but it was,
Montefalco.
yes,
I've heard of that.
it was
Montefalco.
interesting.
Yeah.
So about the Barbera, the second one, so the very last of the flight, is from Italy. Is Tre Roveri Barbera Pico Maccario. So very nice.